Well, the time has finally come where I make this video. And granted, this is the first video I think I've ever made that I am excited to upload and then I dread uploading at the same time. My reasons for excitement would be because I've always wanted to discuss this band publicly because I've never said anything about this band publicly at all. I've never once released my thoughts on this band. That goes into why I'm dreading uploading this video is because this band has a lot of crazy fanboys. Trust me, I know from personal experience. So personal, I'm not even going to discuss it because it just pisses me off. And that band that I'm going to be talking about is Slipknot. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and make it clear that I'm not going to spend this video individually reviewing each record they've released, because we'll be here all fucking day, and I don't really have that kind of time today. But I do have time to discuss whether it be theatrics or the quality of the music or what have you. I can discuss it. So, as far as their theatrics, I've seen them 2 or 3 times, and, well, even people who don't necessarily like Slipknot have probably been to a Slipknot concert before, and, well, I will give credit where credit is due. Slipknot puts on a intense show as far as energy, and as far as stage effects, there's lots of pyro, and that just doesn't add to the quality to me, if I can make myself clear, because the times I have seen Slipknot, Mick Thompson was sloppy, Jim Root was sloppy, the drumming was sloppy, and, well, that's really all I can say about the quality of the music at the show. Is there was a lot of sloppy play. But 2 or 3, I can't remember if I've seen them 2 or 3 times. It's harder to remember because that's how much I have hard feelings about this band. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the studio quality of the music. I've already said all I can say about the theatrics, and I'm saying it from personal experience. It always starts out fine, and then the novelty wears off, is all I'm saying. So if you're thinking about going to a Slipknot show, I'm just offering my personal experience. Now, we'll talk about the music, and I'm not afraid to admit I do own all of their albums. I go ahead and just give my thoughts on each individual album. I'm not going to review it, but their first album, by far, in my opinion, my favorite album from this band is this one, because this one has a lot of tracks that I like. For example, Eyeless, Wait and Bleed, Spit It Out, Me Inside, Liberate, Prosthetics, Deluded, and Scissors. That is probably the most tracks I'll enjoy on any Slipknot album. So this one is fine. I like this one. Okay. It's okay. I like it. Then you got this one. It's not as efficiently made, but let's see. I liked Disaster Piece, My Plague, Everything Ends, The Shape, and I want to say Metabolic. So this one, I don't hate myself for listening to this one ever. Not that I listened to it to begin with, but I just, for some reason, I have it. This is where my enjoyment starts to end, is this album. And I get it. Some people say this is where they became more melodic and experienced with different, styles of music and metal. But this album just falls flat on its face for me. And I think the only songs I even liked on here would be 3-0, Vermilion Part 2. I think that's it. I think that's the only songs I like on this album. I didn't like Pulse of the Maggots at all. I thought that song sucked. I thought Opium of the People sucked. Duality is overrated, if you ask me. I'm sorry. This is people who love this album. That's fine if you want to continue loving it, but I find this album to be overrated. And then speaking of overrated, we got this musical masterpiece. I guess if you're a bipolar human being, you might enjoy this album. But I think the only tracks on here I actually thought were okay were The Killing Name, Gematria, whatever the fuck that means, and Wherein Lies Continue. And I want to say the song All Hope Is Gone was okay. The blast beats were nice, but other than that, this album, I'm sorry, this is a bad album. Very, very bad album, in my opinion, just so we're clear, fanboys. Yeah. This is, I think, what really detracts my enjoyment from this band, period. When I said I liked 2 or 3 tracks, I bet you guys were thinking it was going to be Psychosocial and Dead Memories, when, no, I think those songs are shit, and I've always have thought they were shit. Then we have this one. This one was very frustrating to get through. Because there were some songs on here that I thought were strong, and then some that I thought sucked. I'm going to go through each individual one. We had XIX, which was an okay intro. Then Sarcastrophe, which, you know, was solid. We had AOV, which I thought was a really good song. And then we had The Devil and I. Yeah, I hate that song more than anything. And then we had Kill Pop. When I said I hate The Devil and I more than anything, I was excluding Kill Pop. And then we had Skeptic, which was just a very boring song. And then we had Lek, which is my favorite song on this album. That Lek is a great song. And then Goodbye, which it kind of was the same thing with me, and then with Snuff on All Hope Is Gone. Didn't feel like it belonged on the album as far as sound. I'm not talking lyrically, I'm talking about sound. But Nomadic was a filler. The One That Kills the Least was just filler. Custer I think is the worst song on here because it's just very sloppy. It's very not well put together. Not a very well written song. Be Prepared for Hell, that's not even a song. The Negative One, that's the most overrated song on here. And If Rain Is What You Want, which was okay. And then I heard the bonus tracks, and I didn't really care for those either. So this one was, I guess, better than All Hope Is Gone, but all in all, this still isn't really that good of an album, if you ask me. It was very disappointing, but now that the last 2 Slipknot albums are out, and I didn't enjoy them, or the last 3 Slipknot albums, rather, if you want to count Volume 3, because I didn't really like that album, what is this new album going to be? Because I'm really fearing for this band, because I don't fear that they're going to, become a bust in music and we'll never hear from them again, because people obviously like their music. Me not being a huge fan, I am not having the highest expectations for this new album, and it may get me by surprise if it happens to be good, and well, if it's not good, you guys will be hearing about it from me. Because this is a band I've cheered for, but I don't get... I've used to cheer for, but I don't get anything out of it. Because since All Hope Is Gone came out, I was cheering for this band to put out a better album. And well, I thought, okay, their bass player has died, and, rest in peace. The album is dedicated to him, and I'm like, maybe they've really put some effort into this album. Some serious effort, and it felt like commercialized shit to me. On some of the songs, like Kill Pop and The Devil and I, it feels like commercialized mainstream metal garbage, or cock rock or something, butt rock. I call it cock rock. Because I can literally go on any Stone Sour album and find a better song than anything on the last 3 Slipknot albums. Well, actually, no, I take that back, because I'm not the biggest fan of Stone Sour either, but Stone Sour I can enjoy a little bit more than Slipknot. But I'm not here to talk about Stone Sour, I'm here to talk about Slipknot. And Slipknot, at the end of the day, do I like Slipknot or do I not? And I'm gonna have to say no. I get it. There's bands I don't like that have decent songs. Like, okay, I'm not the hugest fan of fucking Godsmack, but I like I Stand Alone. Well, no, I don't think Godsmack is a... Okay. I don't like Megadeth. Okay, I really do not like Megadeth. But I like Train of Consequences. I think that's an okay song. And I don't like Anthrax, and, well, I don't think there's a single song by Anthrax I like, so why did I bring them up? I don't fucking know. But the point of the matter is I don't think Slipknot is a band that I like, personally. And a lot of it is personal music taste, is in this kind of metal maybe just isn't for me, personally, because I prefer things a little bit heavier, a little bit more chaotic than, say, Slipknot. Not that Slipknot doesn't have those moments in their music, but I think it's just part of it's to do with personal taste, and other things that have to do with it would be, I guess, attitude, because I remember when they back at Knotfest in 2013 or 2012, they made their bass player play backstage instead of out on stage with the rest of the band, and my thoughts on that were that, you know, he's your bass player. I understand you can't replace Paul Gray. I get it. But he's your bass player, so he deserves to be on stage with the rest of the band. So I thought that was a really dick move by Slipknot, because I wouldn't... If I had the opportunity to play guitar or bass with Slipknot, I would say, okay, well, it's either I'm coming on stage or I'm not showing up tonight. It's as simple as that. But I'm going to go ahead and just say I don't like Slipknot. I'm not going to go out and sell all my fucking Slipknot shit, because some of it I like to say that maybe I should. Maybe this band just isn't for me, because it's hard. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about Slipknot, or what you think about me for not necessarily liking Slipknot. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more content. Well, actually, don't subscribe for more content, because even if you subscribe or not, I'm going to continue making more content anyway. So if you don't like it, you can say whatever you want in the comments, and then you can suck my fucking fat dick. I'm out. Later.